Hey guys, my name is Chase Taylor. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the observations that I completed at White County Central High School. It is located in Jedsonia. The teachers I observed were Sherry Youngman. She teaches AP Biology, Biology, and Environmental Science. And then I also observed Ryan Court. He is the 7th through 12th boys basketball coach. Um, so, White County Central is a 2A school. 2015, they had 298 students enrolled in the high school. They have an average class size of 9, um, which is good. Personally, I think. I think that improves your grades and your test scores because you've got a better teacher to student ratio. I think it helps the students when there's less students in the class and more learning can occur with the teacher. Um, but moving on to seating arrangements, Miss Yeoman had a rather unique seating arrangement. So she has two computers in her room. One of the computers is at the front left of the classroom. Um, it is it's for the smart board. Um, she controls, lets students go up there and print stuff off. But basically, she uses it mainly for the smart board connection. Um, the one at the back is her more of her personal computer. I noticed that she was on it a lot more doing her emails and paperwork and stuff like that. So a glow will definitely be the smart board. I think the smart board is a great thing to have in a classroom. It allows the students to go up and touch the screen and do the work. Um, I think that's great for students to be able to interact with the work like that. It's going to improve your learning in the classroom as well. A grow would be she had marker boards on each side of the room. Um, she wrote a lot of notes down on these boards that needed taken by the students. Uh, I noticed some students having trouble seeing these notes, seeing all of them to take down. So I think you could fix that by either putting the notes on the smart board in the center or uh, just having the students all move to where they can see it as well. Um, but moving on to classroom management, Miss Yeoman had a pretty well behaved class. There were not very many behavior problems at all that I observed. I asked her when most of her problems occur during the day. She informed me that most of her problems are happening before lunch, so when the students are hungry, ready to go eat, go talk with their friends, socialize, or they also happen more in the afternoon before the students are going to either PE or basketball practice or ready to go home as well, um, which is understandable. You can't expect a student to sit in a classroom all day and not misbehave, ready to go home or eat lunch in that area. A glow was her classroom was very well behaved. I thought it was really behaved. I thought that was a really good thing. A grow, I thought her punishment was a little strict. Not bad because they respect her, and that's a good thing. But maybe just a little on the strict side. So going to Coach Court on classroom management. Um, so we're talking about in a gym. So it's going to be a little bit different, but same concept. A glow for his classroom management. I can sum it all up in one word: is respect. Um, his players have a lot of respect for him, and I think that's a good thing. I think it needs to be like that in order for them to learn. Their respect needs to take place first. Um, for a grow, I really didn't have anything. I thought he does a really good job with his classroom management. When a student acts up, they're punished. They either run or push ups or somewhere in that same area. So you can see where it probably wouldn't happen as much as you'd think. Um, but moving on to classroom learning. So a lot of textbook work and projects were what I noticed with Miss Yeoman. I thought the projects were good. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the textbook work. Um, but a glow for her on classroom learning was the Chromebooks. White County Central allows 7th through 12th students to have a Chromebook with them at all times in the classroom. I think this is a great thing to have. I think all schools need to have this. Um, it really is building essential computer skills that are needed for careers later on in life. A grow for her classroom learning would probably be I think she needed to let the students have a say in it just a little bit more. Um, I think that gives a sense of gratitude to the students if they kind of get to pick what they're going to get to do the next day. So give them options. And all of them be stuff that you want to have accomplished, but just let them pick them if it doesn't matter what order they go in. For Coach Court on classroom learning, a glow will definitely be he teaches them life lessons as well. Education comes first in basketball there. He keeps a constant check on the students' grades, their work. He stays in contact with the teachers. Um, I think this is a good thing. Most high school coaches don't even care about grades. They just want their students to be in there and for basketball. Um, a grow would be sometimes when he explains plays to the players. Um, I think he could explain them a little bit better. He kind of talks to them like they should already know what he means, which is understandable because you're in basketball, so you should obviously know what's going on. So that was my grow for him in classroom learning. Going to learning activities. Um, in Miss Yeoman's, there was many learning opportunities. She showed a lot of videos, a lot of work that I thought was really, really good. A glow would have to be the computer skills. The students have Chromebooks, so she really takes that and uses it as an advantage for her in her classroom. Um, she has a blog for her classroom to where she has the students go on and they have to write a paragraph on something or in that area. For a grow for the learning activities, I would have to say it would be more group work. I thought that it's a lot of alone work in there. Um, and group work is going to build your social skills, stuff like that. I think that's essential to have in the classroom. For Coach Court under learning activities, a glow will be good group work. I thought he does a really good job when they're doing drills or during practice. There's a lot of group work. Um, which is really needed on a basketball team because you've got to have all five guys working together on the court um, to accomplish and win. So a grow for Coach Court would be encourage better teamwork. I thought that there was some negative comments that were made. Um, Not necessarily negative. I think they were meant to encourage, but they came out negative. So maybe just and not by the coach, by the players. But maybe just encourage better teamwork for that. So going to classroom climate. Classroom climate, I noticed that it kind of varies on what the work is for the day, to be honest. If there's a lot of work that's going to be done, the teacher introduces and tells them a lot of work's going to need done that class. The climate was kind of gloomy. The students weren't very happy, which is understandable. Um, so a glow where the students were happy when there was not as much work. You need to have a positive environment. A grow would be, I think she needs to find a way to make it fun when there is a lot of work. To have the climate the same as when there's not a lot of work when there is. I think that's important that they need to enjoy what they're doing and what they're learning. A glow for classroom climate for Coach Court. Uh, When I walked in the gym, you kind of just get a feeling of energy. They're always working hard. They're always, you hear the floor squeaking, sweat in the air. I mean, it's just they're always working hard. So that's my glow. It's hard work. My grow for that one um, is working on always keeping the team positive, which kind of goes back to the learning activities as well. Um, but I think encouraging and keeping them positive at the same time, which is a tough thing to do. People get frustrated, punishments come into play if stuff isn't done right. So it's understandable that it could be discouraging sometimes. Students resisting learning. Um, a glow for Miss Youngman would be she usually kept the students intact. They were always on task learning. I thought a grow would be I noticed some students would hurry and get their work done and say they were done in 5 minutes so they could open up their computer and play games. So a grow for her would be she needs to engage those students. Keep them busy, make them go back over their work or kind of look at their work and ask them detailed questions about it. Just somewhere in that area to keep them from resisting learning. With Coach Court, wasn't very much resisting learning. A glow would be just how much the players really respect him. Um, a grow would be he needs to discipline them more instead of just sending them away. So make them run laps or make them do push ups or something to that same concept.